Hello everyone, Happy New Year, and I hope the new year is treating you well. This is a Ronald Badge, and in today's video, I'll be ranking every single character in 3on3 Freestyle in a tier list. This tier list is similar but a little different from what other YouTubers have done. I will focus on the characters you need to get SSS in the 3on3 seasonal rank. So, if you're a person who is new to the game or someone who always comes up short in rank, this video is for you. Obviously, this tier list will change as new characters get released and or current characters get nerfed. But as of January 2024, if you focus on the characters I'm going to mention, it will be a good start for you on your path to becoming SSS. Currently, there are 46 characters in total, meaning this video will be long, so I'll try to add chapters or timestamps to the video, which allows you to skip to the part you care about. Alright, a little intro about myself. I love playing video games and certainly love playing 3on3 Freestyle. It is my favorite game. I started playing it in 2017 and have been playing it since then. Even though I have tons of friends in this game, I'm from the type that likes to play solo, and I have gotten a SSS playing as a solo. To get SSS, you either have to pair up with elite players or you need to grind. So even though this game is free to play, it is pay to win. For me, the only time I spend money on this game is when buying the Ultimate Edition, which unlocks all the characters, and it gives you free battle passes going forward. So if you're going to spend money, the Ultimate Edition is something I would recommend. And it's the first thing you should get, to be honest. But be careful. I mean, this game is like gambling. So unless you are rich, if you spend your money on this game, you will go broke. Anyways, enjoy the video. As shown in the tier list, we're gonna start with ranking the centers, and then I'm gonna be ranking the power forwards, then the small forwards, then the shooting guards, and finally the point guards. So the first character on the list is Luther. Like most other centers, he specializes in scoring under the basket, which is in the paint. So most of his skills are constructed for scoring and not defense. And his attributes are similar to other centers as well. So nothing really differentiates him from the others. And I don't see many people use him currently. So I would have to rank him as a SS character because I feel like there are better options in the center position. The second character we have on the list is Big Dog. Dish it to the dog. He is a center that specializes close to the basket and is a great passer. I used to love using Big Dog back in the day before the new DLC characters came out. One bad thing about Big Dog right now is he doesn't have chip out nor power rebound skills. I hope he gets a good P6 skill to make up for that. Similar to Luther, I would have to rank Big Dog as SS character because I feel like there are better options. The next character is Lee. Lee is a center that specializes in mid-range and three-point shots. His block and rebound attributes for a center is low, but he makes up for it offensively. His shot making is one of the best and has to be respected. You have to stay close to him at all times. So if you are a ping warrior, he is a great fit for you. I would have to rank him borderline SSS. So borderline SSS means if you use this character, you might get SSS, you might stay at SS. It will depend on your luck and skill level, but the characters placed at borderline SSS will increase your chances of getting SSS. The next character we have is Christa. So Christa is a tricky one because when they released this character, they made her into an interior defensive specialist with no offensive skills whatsoever. So she is great at defense, but bad at offense. What makes it worse is that some of the characters or centers that were released after her are better defensively and offensively than her. Yeah, makes sense, right? So Joy City will have to give her a buff or something. I mean, she's not bad. She's decent. But similar to Luther and Big Dog, I would have to rank her in the double S tier because I feel like there are better options. Next, we have Jimmy. Jimmy is one of the characters that can do a lot of things. He is known for his unblockable shots. He has the best balance attribute, meaning it's very hard to push him around for the rebound. He's great at rebounding and has a very high drive and shot block attribute, meaning he can block really well next to the basket. Few downsides to him is that he's slow, really slow. He does not have manual block, and his unblockable shots are not consistent or reliable. They are more like RNG shots, so it's gonna depend on your luck. I would put him your line triple S. I think Jamie deserves to be in this tier. Next character we have Big Joe. Big Joe is a very solid character with very good skills. He is very good at protecting the paint. He has manual block, he has power rebound, SP6, and his short distance dunks are deadly. They are hard to block. He also got shooting touch, which increases the shot success rate to go in. Personally, I don't have much experience with Big Joe. Like, I don't have him P5. For some reason, I don't see too many people use him now. I mean, he might be a triple S character, but since I don't see a lot of people using him, I'm gonna put him in the borderline triple S tier. I know I might be wrong, but Big Joe users out there, let me know in the comment section if he is a triple S character or not. Oh, aside from that, I would like to mention, how is it possible that Big Joe's weight is 100 kilograms, even though he pretty much look as big as Big Dog, and Big Dog is around 115 kilograms. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Joy City need to fix that. Next character is Camila. Camila is a solid character. She's the fastest character among all the centers, and she specializes in passing, similar to Big Dog. And similar to Big Joe, she has customizable skills to fit your playing style. She also has a quick jumper, which makes it very hard to guard her. It means you can't give her any space to shoot. And her P5 skill, the dash and tap pass, is hard to go up against. I would rank her at borderline triple S. Her defense is not that great, but I think she's a solid character to have. The next character we have is Howl, the high flying owl. He is the best defensive center in the game. Sorry, Christa. He's the best rebounder character in the game. He's one of the best short distance dunkers in the game. He also has customizable skills that you can choose from depending on your playing style. And last but not least, he has shadow block. Enough said. Triple S character all day, every day. And last but not least, the last character in the center position, we have Lyoid. Lyoid is a combination of multiple centers, so he is a mid-range three-point shooter like Lee. He's a great passer. He passes like a point guard. He also has the best balance and also one of the best rebounders in the game. His defense is not that good. He doesn't have manual block, and he has low block attributes, and he is slow, like Jimmy. But he makes up for it in other ways, like his high floater, hard to block, and he has the hard screen, which knocks down the opponent and gets your teammates open. That is a very useful skill to have. Lyoid, to me, is also a triple S character. Now that I've finished ranking the centers, I'm gonna start ranking the power forwards in a tier list. And the first character is Clarke. So Clarke is one of the tallest characters in the game. He's the second tallest among the power forwards and sixth tallest among all the characters. Clarke excels in making long-range dunks and scoring under the basket. And among the power forwards, he's tied for the best balance attribute, the best rebound attribute, and the best drive and shot block attribute. So he's very good. So a little history So a few years ago, Clarke used to be the meta. People used to try and build an ISO or a long distance dunking Clarke, which personally I cannot blame them. He used to be very hard to stop. Just pass him the ball, get out of the way, and he will get you a bucket all day. But with the latest DLC characters that came out in the power forward positions, they have better skill sets, and now I hardly see anyone using Clarke. Talking about the calm people, the ones that compete in tournaments, that get triples and ranks. So, in conclusion, Clarke is an offensive power forward without defensive skill sets. One way Joy City can make him more playable, if they give him a manual block as P6 to help with his defense, because offensively he's very, very good. So if they give him a manual block, I think he will be more usable again. I mean, he's still decent. I would have to rank him as borderline SSS. Second character on the list is Murdock. So Murdock is my favorite character by far. He was the first character I made P5, and he will be the first character I will make P6. So Murdock is known for his blocking ability. Similar to Christa, Murdock doesn't have any offensive skills, but his defense is so good that he can defend 1 through 5. Joe City nerfed him a few times because PC players were too dominant with him. Joy City made him slower, they lowered his mid-range shot attribute, and they lowered his rebounding attribute to be the worst amongst all the power forwards, which is crazy. Murdock is a freak of nature. Like, in my opinion, I feel like he should have the ability to jump really high and be the best at rebounds. To be honest, I feel like Joy City should give him a buff. I mean, it's bad enough that he's not good at offense. By them making him slower, they are preventing him from doing the only thing he's good at, which is defending. Also, it's very hard to get rebounds over players with great ping or players that play the center position, because he doesn't have power rebound nor chip out. It would be nice if he can get a power rebound SP6. He is very good, but him being bad at offense and rebounding, I would have to rank him at borderline SSS. I'm sorry, Murdock. Next character we have Lulu. So looking at her skills and her attributes, I see she is an offensive character, but nothing really stands out and differentiates her from the other power forwards. The few positives for her is she has the highest mid-range shot attribute and three-point shot attribute among the power forwards. Her defense, let's just be kind and say it's okay. I feel like if Joy City give her a defensive skill as P6, I think she can be good and usable again. But for now, I would have to rank her at double S tier. Once Joy City give you a P6, Lulu, I will change the tier list, okay? Next character we have is Max. So Max is more of a defensive character. He can steal the ball, he can block really well in the perimeter and in the paint. He got all the skill set for rebounding. He got chip out, power rebound, and box out master. He is a very, very solid character. I think what is preventing him from being calm is he is missing manual block, which is very important. And I feel like he needs a little bit of buff on his scoring attribute. Other than that, he's very, very good. I would rank him as a borderline SSS character. The next character we have is Faye. So Faye, she's not bad whatsoever. She is a well-rounded character. She's a great at dunking. She can shoot mid-range and three-point. Her rebounding is really good, but her balance attribute is low, meaning the other bigs can push her around to grab the rebound. The only concern I have for her is her drive and shot block is really low for a big. That would mean she won't be able to block shots near the rim. I would rank her borderline SSS. Although she has manual block SP6, her blocking near the rim is really not that good. That's mainly the reason why she is borderline SSS. Next character we have is Deacon. Deacon. Where do I start? For starters, Deacon is a former MMA fighter. His skills are unique compared to the other characters, which makes him special. I would say he's the best rebounding power forward right now over Clarke for the fact that he has chip out. He is one of the fastest power forwards, and he has great stamina for a big. And his jump shot block and driving shot block are also decent. Other than scoring from under the basket, he doesn't really have offensive skills. Also, he doesn't have manual block for defense like some other power forwards. So a little history, when Deacon came out, he was arguably the best big in the game, even better than centers. He was just overpowered. His short distance dunk was an automatic bucket. It barely gets blocked. And his skill, the one where after 3 rebounds, activates his rage passive skills. As a result, his abilities get enhanced, and if the defender gets hit with a screen from Deacon, they would get thrown to the ground. I mean, obvious, since he's a MMA fighter. And last but not least, his P4 skill, the shoulder charge, which in my opinion, it's his best skill. So what he does is he dashes and he tackles the opponent using his shoulder, which causes the opponent to lose the ball. So when Deacon used to be near the character who has the ball, people used to get scared and they pass the ball right away as to not turn the ball over. This skill was overpowered big time. Then Joy City do what they do best. They wait until pretty much everyone buys this character, they get the money, and then they nerfed him. They nerfed his P4 skill and the short distance dunk. Now Deacon is not dominant anymore, and I don't see a lot of people use him now. So if I was ranking the Deacon that came out, he would definitely be a triple S character. But with the nerfs, I would put him as a borderline triple S character. Next, we have Fox. Fox is the oldest character in the game, but that doesn't mean he's not good. Fox is very good. He is all-rounded. He's a balanced character that can do pretty much everything. He can score, he can grab rebounds, he can defend. Yeah, I just want to know, Joe City, please explain this logic. How can you make this 70-plus-year-old man faster and better at rebounds than Murdock? That just doesn't make sense. Anyways, for me what separates Fox from the other power forwards is his hard screen. It's the same skill that Lyoid has. It's a skill that is very useful, so it knocks down the opponent defender, which results in a wide open shot for your teammate. Since he doesn't have any weakness that I can think of, I have no choice but to rank him as a triple S character, and that is where he deserves to be, one of the best power forwards. Last but not least, we have the last power forward, and his name is Double D. So Double D is a very tall character. The only character taller than him is the center, Lyoid. Double D is the fastest big. He's the best passing power forward, and he has different ways to grab rebounds. He has power rebound and chip out skills. So him being tall, he can defend the bigs under the basket, and him being quick on his feet, he can defend the guards in the three-point line since he is a great blocker and he has manual block as P6. Not only that, his playing style is like Giannis Antetokounmpo. He plays physical, he plays bully ball, he has crossover skill, he can do Euro step, and he also can do double clutch in the paint. In conclusion, not only is he an offensive character, he can guard 1 through 5 well enough. I would rank him in the triple S tier because he is 100% deserves to be in this tier. Now I'm going to start ranking the small forwards in the tier list. And the first character we got is Amanda. Looking at Amanda's skills, her skills are constructed for offense, not defense. The good thing I see is she has a high mid-range and three-point shot attribute. Other than that, I don't see anything that stands out, and in the current meta, her being an offensive or a scoring character, she doesn't have a skill that makes her into an ISO scorer. Someone that can score one-on-one against the best defensive characters in the game today. To add to that, she doesn't have any defensive skills whatsoever. I'm sorry, Amanda, but I would have to rank you as a double S character. The second character we have is Joey. Joey is my second favorite character after Murdock. Joey, like some other characters, he also got nerfed a few times along the way. So Joey is an offensive character similar to Amanda, but unlike Amanda, he is an ISO scorer. He has a crossover skill, a dribbling skill, and best of all, his infamous side top step, which is something that is very hard to guard. He now has manual block skill as a P6, which helps with his defense. Having said all that, I still believe that there are still better options in the small forward position, so I would have to rank him as a borderline SSS. The third character we got is William. William is a great choice if you want to run a small ball lineup. He has box out skill, he has chip out skill to help him grab rebounds over bigs. Even though he's an offensive character, he has the second best block attributes among the small forwards. I would like to mention that he plays better when teaming up with women. In my personal opinion, I feel like if he only gets a manual block, hopefully as a P6, I think he would be a complete player. So currently I would have to rank him as a borderline SSS. The fourth character is Carter. Carter is a defensive character that excels in passing the ball. He is good at steals, interceptions, and he is a decent mid-range shooter. Overall, he's not a bad character. I would rank him as a borderline SSS. The next character we have is Rebecca. So Rebecca is arguably the best face shooter in the game right now. She is one of the best offensive characters. She is hard to stop. Her defense is not that great. They did give her a manual block as a P6, so that helps. If you are the type to love shooting in people's face, 100% you need to get her. I would rank her as a borderline SSS character. Next, we have Saru. Saru, offensively, is lethal. He is dangerous in mid-range, and combining his double clutch dunk, which is very hard to stop, makes up for his bad defense. So I would rank him as borderline SSS. The seventh character we got is Jack. Come on, do I really need to say anything about this character? He is known for his blocking ability. Even though Jack was nerfed, he's still OP, overpowered. When this guy was released, people had nightmares because of this guy. And I'm pretty sure there are quite a bunch of people that quit playing this game because of Jack. He's the best blocking small forward in the game. He's an elite blocker. He can block in the perimeter against guards and also can block in the paint even better than some of the power forwards. He is capable of blocking 1 through 5. He also is one of the best mid-range shooters in the game. So not only is he an elite defensive character, he is a great scorer. 100% SSS character. Next character we have is Lulu. She is the jack of all trades. She is the Swiss Army knife. She can do pretty much everything. She can score, she can defend, she is a rebounding small forward like William, she's a dunker, she is an ISO scorer and a lockdown defender. She might not be as good of a blocker as Jack, but she has blind defense, which is very effective. 100% Lou belongs in the SSS tier and is a character that you need to get to be successful in 3on3. So last but not least, we got Jessie. Jessie is the best mid-range shooter and the best three-point shooter among all the small forwards. She's a very good passer, she's good at steals, and she's very fast. Her P6 skill, either the running floater or the quick jumper, are both great skills to choose from. Her skills are really good. She can box people out for the rebound, and she has manual block. Me personally, I found this character hard to rank because even though I haven't used or played using this character yet, and I don't see common people use her in tournaments, it makes me think that she is not a SSS character. But man, her skills are awesome. She is better than all the small forwards I put in borderline SSS. And personally, I don't feel that she belongs in this tier list. Yeah, I don't care, man. I'm putting her at triple S tier because I feel like her skills are just too good. Yeah, she is a triple S character. Alright, before I get started ranking the shooting guards, I just want to mention that I'm going to be a little harsh on these shooting guards because they are a shooting guards. Meaning, if they can't score in the current meta, they don't offer you much defensively. The first character among the shooting guards is Kim, aka Miss Sniper. She is known for her 3-point shot making, and she is a good mid-range shooter. Before Jack and Lou came out, she was the meta. She was the Steph Curry. She is tough to guard. If you leave her for a second, you get cooked. She can play two ways, on the ball and off the ball. And both ways, she is deadly. Then Jack and Lou showed up and she was stopped. She's an offensive character. Recently, they released her P6, and I don't see anything special from those P6 skills. They gave her crossover and diving catch, and I don't know if she can be successful using those skills. I had hoped that Jessie would give her an amazing ISO scoring ability like side hop step to be relevant again, but unfortunately they did not. It's a shame. Now that Kim got very bad P6 skills, I feel like her chances of being relevant again went out of the window. The reason I say that is because she's very bad at defense. Also, her being labeled as Miss Sniper, I feel like she needs to be the best 3-point shooter in the game. But currently there are 4 shooting guards that are better at 3-pointers than her. That doesn't make any sense. Her 3-point stat, her stamina stat, and her speed attributes are really low compared to other shooting guards. And I feel that she needs a buff, which seems like Joy City will never give this character for some reason. Joy City needs to play their own game and give appropriate P6 skills to the needed characters instead of just randomly giving the weak characters any P6 skills. It'd be good if there was a balance in this game. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like there will be any balance anytime soon. So yeah, Kim would have to rank her as a double S character. The second character is Carolina. So when it comes to offense, she is the complete package. She is the dribble master. She can cross you over, then either use a back roll turn to shoot a jump shot or use the Euro step for a layup. She can make 3-point, mid-range, and layups really well. She has double clutch and she has floater. She is a very good ISO scorer. Good luck stopping her. Her defense is really, really bad. Because of how the meta now is and the new DLC characters that excel at offense, you gotta be someone who can defend as well as score. I mean, yeah, she can score the ball, but what's the point if she's allowing the opponent to score on the other end? I would rank her as double S character. Alright, the third character we got is Fred. So Fred is just like Rebecca. Fred, I would say, is up there in making face shots. He's really good at it. He is a character that can ISO. His layups is one of his strengths. He is a great passer for a shooting guard. So when you try to double team him, he will pass to an open teammate. He's great offensively, but similar to the other shooting guards, other than stealing the ball, he really can't defend. So I would have to rank him as a double S character. Next, we have Ren. So Ren, just like Lee, she has her own signature shot that increases her shot success rate. She is a 3-point specialist. With the P6 that they gave her, which is the side hop step, which I was hoping they would give Kim, but they didn't. I would say Ren is now one of the best shooting guards in the game today, for the fact that she now is an ISO scorer and you might need to double team her at times. Because of that, I would rank her in the borderline triple S tier. Next character we got is Jason. Jason is a high-flying dunker slash slasher of a guard. He has the tools needed to be an ISO scorer, from crossover, pull-up jumper, side step back like James Harden, and he can dunk nearly from close to the 3-point line like Michael Jordan. He can score, but he can't really stop anyone either. I would have to rank him in the double S tier. Next, we have Walker. He is very decent. He has solid skills for an offensive character. He is tied for the best 3-point shot attribute, meaning you cannot leave him open since he has quick jumper. And he has strong layup skills, like Fred. So other than that, I don't see anything special in this character. So I would rank him in the double S tier list. Next, we have Nadia. She is the only shooting guard that can defend and score. She is a mid and interior scorer. Although her block attributes are really bad, she can defend the 3-point shooters because she has the face guard, which lowers the shooter's shot success rate. She is great at steals and intercept. Also, she is one of the fastest characters in the game, and she can get through screens really quick to guard the defender. Meaning, screening this character, it's not gonna do much for you. She's a very solid character, but the fact that she cannot guard mid-range shooters, which is what pretty much the current meta is, I cannot put her as a triple S character. I'm gonna put her as in the borderline triple S tier. Next character we have is Noah. So similar to the other shooting guards, Noah is really good at threes and layups. Other than that, I don't see anything special to differentiate him from the others, and he doesn't have any defensive skills, so I would have to rank him double S tier. Next, we have Ox Green. So she's a combination of the best characters back in the day, Joey and Kim. So not only does she have an elite offensive skills designed for ISO scoring, she has the highest 3-point attribute and one of the best mid-range attributes. Let's not forget that she is the fastest character in the game. Isn't that crazy? And her stamina is one of the best. She can run for days. Did I mention she can make half-court shots? Exactly. She's a triple S character, all day, every day. Last but not least, for the shooting guard position, we have MC.CC. This character is a tricky one. The thing I would say is, if you know how to use this character well, he has potential to be in the triple S tier. The reason I say that is because MC is an elite 3-point shooter. Okay, let's say you prevent him from getting up a 3-point shot. He can cross you over and get to the basket. He is an elite dunker as well. What I found fascinating is his passive skills. So let's say he makes a 3-point shot. His long distance dunk increases up to 3 times. Okay, let's say he dunks. Now his driving speed increases up to 3 times. These passive skills are just overpowered. Yeah, so if you play with the right team, with the right personnels, people that can make you successful with this character, and you know how to use his skills to the utmost, he is very, very, very good. Not to mention, his drive pull-up is hard to block. So, similar to Jessie, I haven't really used this character much, but his skills are just top tier. And I think that's where I'm going to put him in the triple S tier. Now we are going to the point guard position, and the first character we got is Pedro. Pedro is a defensive character that specializes in steals. It's not fair. Pedro got nerfed multiple times along the way, which is unfair. So they nerfed his speed, his passing, his blocking ability, and his shadow steal. I understand he used to be overpowered a couple years ago, but now things are different. There are many DLC characters that can do both, defend and score. And because of the nerfs, he really can't do much against those DLC characters now. Considering Pedro does not have any offensive skills, I feel like he needs to be the best ball stealer in the game, and currently he is not. Pedro used to install fear in the opposition when he gets close to them. Now, the offensive team gets delighted when Pedro is guarding them. They feel like it's an easy bucket. I feel like Joe City need to buff this character again because currently they are ruining these characters. And if they keep ruining these characters, someone has to get fired. I'm sorry, Pedro. You are a double S character. At the moment, I mean, there was a time when Pedro used to be a triple S character, but not anymore. It's crazy the fact that he goes all the way from triple S to a double S character. Next character we have in the point guard position is Cindy. So Cindy is a point guard, great at passing, steals, she's fast, and she's great at mid-range and three-point. Cindy is the best face shooting PG because of her passive skills. Even though she's an offensive character, she is not an ISO scorer. They recently gave her blind defense as P6, so that helps her defense quite a bit. So I'm gonna put her in borderline SSS. The third character in the list from the point guards is Helena. Helena, similar to Pedro, is a defensive character, but she is so much better at passing and she is a better shooting than Pedro. So overall, she's fast. She's one of the best passers. She can seal the ball really well. So her specialty in defense is pass intercept. So it's better not to pass the ball to the player that Helena's guarding because in most cases she's gonna steal the ball. She also has a passive skill in which when she teams up with men, she increases all their attributes. So if you team her up with William, he will never miss. I feel like she should be a double S character, but since she is a better passer and a shooter than Pedro, I will be generous with her and put her in the borderline SSS. The next character on the list is Professor. Professor is based on a real life person. Professor is an offensive character that excels in dribbling the ball, and he is amazing at long distance layups. Other than that, I don't see anything special in his skills or his attributes, so I'm gonna be ranking him at double S. This guy right here, he is Little Fox. Don't make his size fool you into thinking that he's a bad character. He is opposite from what he seems. He is a really, really fast character. His nickname is Sonic. He is a defensive character that has blind defense. He also excels in passing and has strong long distance layup skills. His passive skill, Dark Shadow, is really good. So when you are facing an opponent in the same position, that significantly reduces the enemy's team's steal success rate, which is very handy at the end of the game situations. That is a time that you can use him at the end of the games. If you have the lead and the away team call the timeout to get characters that can steal the ball, just get Little Fox. Because technically he prevents the enemy from stealing the ball to a certain degree. So yeah, he got useful skills, and since he is a defensive character that can score a little bit, I'm gonna rank him borderline SSS. Next character we got Ginger. So Ginger is a good shooter. She's great at long distance layups. She's an elite passer. She's okay at stealing the ball. She's really fast and her stamina is one of the best. Looking at her skills, I don't really see anything special, and she's not an ISO scorer, and she's not a great defender. So I'm gonna put her in the double S tier. Next, we have Mika. Mika is known for her great passing skills. She's technically a passing character. She has touch pass, running pass, alley-oop pass, and she can even throw double clutch alley-oop pass. Her attributes are similar to Ginger, But Mika has Shadow Steel as a P6, which helps her defense. But in the end, other than passing, I don't really see much she can offer. I'm gonna put her next to Ginger in the double S tier. Next, we have Ayla. Ayla is the sister of Nadia. So Ayla is a character that can do a lot of things that you need from a point guard. She is great offensively, she's great defensively, and she passes at an elite level. Her steals stat is one of the best. She's the best mid-range shooter among the point guards, and her three-point attribute is decent. She has a unique skill called Sham God Crossover, which breaks the ankles of the defender, which gets her in wide open shot, which pretty much she knocks down all the time. Having said that, I said that to say that she is an ISO scorer. If people try to double team her, she has an A pass skill. She passes the ball as if it's a baseball to the open teammate for an open shot. She has pull-up jumper, she has floater, and either double clutch or quick jumper as P6, which are very useful. She also has face guard, which is great to defend the three-point line, and she has intercept to steal the ball. 100%, this character is a triple S character. The next character on the list for the point guards is Chloe. So Chloe is one of the best ISO scorers in the game today. And similar to Ayla, she has the Sham God crossover that breaks the ankles of the defender, which gets her a wide open shot. Her and Ayla's crossover got nerfed, but both of them are still beasts and they can score at will. She's not a great defender like Ayla, but she does have the Shadow Steal, which helps to steal the ball from the opponent. She is also one of the fastest characters in the game, and since she can score against all, if not most, of the characters, I would have to rank her as a triple S character. And last but not least, we have the final character. She was recently released, and her name is Genesa. This character is entirely different from the other point guards. She is the first point guard with a dunk at will skill. She also has reverse dunk skill similar to the double clutch. Her dunks are hard to block. She is an elite defensive character. She has manual block, fingertip block, dash intercept, and shadow steal as P6. She can do it all defensively. She also has mode control passive skill that can make the user change from flash mode to dynamic mode. When she is in the flash mode, her steal ability attribute increases, her speed attribute increases, and her 3-point stat attribute increases by 40 points. When she is in the dynamic mode, her block stat attribute, her mid-range stat attribute, and her long distance dunk attribute all increases by 40 points. Depending on the situation in the game or on your playing style, you can choose the mode you need or want. She is not an elite ISO scorer like Ayla and Chloe, but her elite dunking ability creates opening for her and others, which creates easier shots. So in conclusion, she is an elite defender that can score. Yeah, she is 100% a triple S character. So looking at the triple S tier list, I see we got 2 centers, 2 power forwards, 3 small forwards, 2 shooting guards, and 3 point guards. Now, if you pay closer attention to the triple S tier, you would see that every single character is a DLC character, meaning you have to buy the packages from the item shop for $13 each. So if you are free to play and you refuse to use money to buy these characters, your chances of getting triple S are very slim. However, to get around this issue, you can try and getting the characters in the Borderline Triple S that are either free or you can buy using red points. The characters that you can get for free or with blue coins are Lee, Clarke, Murdock, Joey, William, Cindy, and Helena. And the characters you can get using red points are Jimmy, Max, Faye, Carter, Rebecca, Saru, Ren, and Little Fox. It's been fun doing this video. I really learned a lot about these characters, and I wanted to make a video to help the beginners playing this game. And as a piece of advice, just don't give up. Being good at 3on3 might take you a couple months, a year, or a couple years. Just keep trying to improve day by day and try to enjoy the game. Like I said, I am free to play, so it took me a long time to get good at this game since I didn't have the characters to compete against the best players, and using money will definitely speed up the process big time. Also, no matter how good you are at the game, there will always be someone better than you. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe. It took me a very long time to make this video, so I would really appreciate it. It would also be awesome if you leave a comment with your opinions of the tier list. Thank you and have a great time.